Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Canty. I am your life and career strategist. I have a passion for helping melanin millennial moms who want high achieving careers. Hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on into this space. You want to be here today. You want to know why? Because this is a part 2 of a 4-part series where we're having conversations with phenomenal women who decided to commit their time, energy, effort, and resources to make transformations in the lives of others. Oh, thank you so much. And here's our guest speaker right now. And I don't know about you all, but I'm going to tell you right now. I'm about to pat your in. Yes, 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 yes. And while she space, you want to go ahead and get your notebooks ready. Let me see, where do I put my other notebook? I got one notebook. I'm going to have several notebooks next to me. I got my pens. I got my highlighter ready because I know a wealth of wisdom is going to be discussed today. So I was telling everybody as you were coming in that this is especially delightful, especially delectable, because this is part 2 of 4 series. Okay, so this is multiple conversations all about your superpower. If you if you didn't catch earlier today, you missed a whole lot. So go catch that replay. And today, this evening, I want you to grab your pen, grab your highlighter, because you are in for a treat. You know, Swagger Magazine always brings you phenomenal talent, great content. And that's what that beautiful face is down there. Phenomenal talent who creates wonderful content. All right. I'm rambling now. So I'm bragging about this particular beautiful face in front of you. I want to give her the mic so she can introduce herself. So go ahead and introduce yourself, beautiful.
Hey everybody, my name is Erin Porche, and I'm widely known as Lady Erin Love. I am a life and business strategist. I love all things consulting and coaching. My passion is to help bridge the gap for people for where they are to where they desire to go. I spend time working with CEOs and senior leadership, helping them in those transitions.
Amazing. I want to just give you a hand clap of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. 2 things you said to make my ears perk up. One, you said that you are a coach and that you're a strategist. You're helping people bridge the gap. And earlier in our conversation, we were talking about how coaches help give birth to purpose. Then you went on to say that you're helping management. So, you know, attitude reflects leadership. So you got to get at the very top with managers and leaders in order to affect the people they work with. How did you come to do this phenomenal life transformational work?
You know, actually, it's always been a passion of mine to help people. I've always been interested in just the psychology and also the anatomy of just the brain and the body. And just understanding people, having a love and a passion for people over the course of my career. I've worked with senior leadership, and I've always learned from the top dogs. And they actually poured into me and put me in a lot of leadership courses. And over that time, I just always found myself in a place helping leadership bridge the gap, connect the dots on what's going on in the offices, and showing them, just being that flashlight and magnifying those areas for improvement and enhancement in business and also in life. So in that, ministry leaders as well. So it's just been a journey for me in life, where I just find myself in a position where I'm just bridging that gap and helping people in transitions.
Listen, we are kindred spirits. I'm so excited that you shared that, because when you said being a flashlight, oh my goodness, the flashlight went off in my mind. You know, that you have to be under authority, be under tutelage. And what a wonderful position that you were in, to be in those C-suite spaces and being mentored and being able to learn from those people. And so now we're doing a book. that's
Yes.
doing the same. You're no wonder. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I say we're kindred spirits because in one of the spaces I share my talents, I train leadership as well. And it's such a beautiful thing to know that even leadership needs help. So that gives us permission to get help, right? That
Yes.
even people who are signing your paychecks get help. So
Yes.
let's learn from them to get the help that we need. So
Yes.
now, help me bridge the gap between helping leadership in the C-suite in this book. How do we go from, sitting in those executive board rooms to pouring out your heart into a book?
People need people.
Mm,
No matter what level of work in your career or in your business, people need people.
yeah.
And what I realize is over the course of my life, I've worn many hats. I've been the leader, I've been the follower, I've been the one taking the minutes in the room.
Mm,
And in every role, I had a place, I had value, and I brought something to the table. And understanding that, as people, we bring value to the table. We are all going through different transitions, and we all need different levels of help and support. Just understanding that natural nature, um, opening up and sharing my story because it hadn't been all roses,
mm,
but at the same time, I have always been able to persevere and move forward in life, bounce back and get up again. So just being open and vulnerable about my story, my walk in my life. I felt like it's definitely due time to share that with the world and let them know, hey, ouch, I hurt too.
mm.
Same time, because of my relationship with God, because who God is to me, for me, and in me, I'm still here and I'm still going and growing. So, yeah.
That was so beautiful. Thank you for being so transparent. Because a couple of things. If you saw me look down, because I was writing down notes. I just was like, let me write this down. And I'm not the only one, because in the comment section, someone put hashtag people need people. Thank you for saying that. Who is that? Keith? Absolutely. Thank you for sharing it. Because I was writing down notes, and you said something that really struck me. You said every role has value. You were sharing that you were able in your career. Sound like it was a wide breadth of different things you did in your career, different roles, different titles, different salaries, perhaps. No matter what, you said every role has value. And then you used the word transition, helping people to transition. And in that word transition, you were sharing your transparency that you have a story. And it's easy to dress it up in the C-suite to look like you don't have a story because you look immaculate. Because you said, I said, story? What story?
Pretty little mess.
I said, what story? Don't show on her, right? And so, when you say everyone has value, I think it connects beautifully to the work that you did as an author, a part of this book, talking about superpowers. And so that's really what my brain went, that everyone has a value. But what I really want to focus on is that you said, this is what God has me doing. And um, how did you get to that space to know that that was God telling you this is what to do? Like, what was it that took place in your life? What took place, or how did you know? What showed up to say this is where you needed to be?
Yes. So I've always looked at my life as a series of chapters, as if I was
Mm,
a book. And I've always also journaled. And I knew at some point I would write a book. I did not know when. So maybe around this time last year, actually, just after my birthday, I was like, okay, it's time for something new, something different. And I started on that quest of seeking it out. What
mm,
new thing that I'll be doing, and I didn't know that I would be birthing a book. But I started learning about anthologies and actually made 2 attempts to partake in an anthology, invested in everything, and it didn't happen. It did not happen. My story was not able to was not, I wasn't able to release my story through these methods. And when Nadia came to me, she's the visionary for What's Your Superpower. When she came to me about What's Your Superpower, I just even back up. When I first saw her and learned how many kids she had, I said, oh my gosh, what type of cape does she wear? Like, she's Superwoman, you know? And when she asked about the book, I knew that it was time. It was time for me to release my story in this manner under this anthology. And I was ready. Ready. I had lived it. I had talked it out. I had unpacked my story. I had processed my story. I had accepted my story. I cried about my story. You know, I threw away pieces of my story. You know, I went through therapy and inner work. And I found the words that I didn't have to articulate parts of my story. And I was ready to write my story. It's been a journey to get here. And I'm really grateful to release. And this is just a small snippet of it, but to release my superpower in this anthology. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness. You just gave 3 lessons of that. And how wonderful. That, you see, I was like, let me write that down. Let me write that down so I don't forget. What I heard you say was one word was very, very brilliantly coming up in my mind as you were saying it. It was just like that flashlight that you are, as you said, start. And that, well, that was what I heard you say, was that you have to start before you're ready. And things will start to move to prepare you when you're ready. You know, like I heard that even though you had to do this multiple times, because I know investing, that's the right word to say. You said you invested in it.
That's
Your
right.
time, energy, effort, and resources in those anthologies. And then it aligned that you met someone, so you got help and got connected. Now I'm biased because I'm a clinical social worker, so when I get excited, people say they got help. I'm like, yes, get the help that you need. Especially as African Americans, you know, it's a big taboo around getting mental health mental health assistance and therapy and things like that. So I really like that you said you started, you got help, and you got connected. I'm curious. So you've gone through all the trials and the triumphs and had your story created. What do you hope that the reader gets when they read your portion of the book?
Wow. I want women across the nation, across the globe, to know that it's okay. Life will happen. And it's okay. You get up and you pick up the pieces and you keep going. Whatever those goals are, whatever those dreams are, whatever it is that you have set out to do it no matter what. I want people to know that everything that we need is already within us. And it's really just a matter of time for us to be exposed to the right people, to be in the right environment, to tap into it. We will naturally tap into it, and it will be some experience or encounter that will activate what's already within to just be released. And I just want people to know, just go for it. Just do it. Because it's already within. Those dreams, those things that we think about, you know, that seem way bigger than us. It's there for a purpose. And it's really just a matter of time, you know, for you to tap into it. So show up. Get up, show up, make those connections, and seek it out. And it will happen. Whatever it is for you, it will happen. And keep God first.
I'm just going to take it in. How powerful that is, you know, to say no matter what. And I think it's especially poignant with all that we've experienced this year. Because in 2019, you know, everybody was excited about 2020 vision and, you know, how 2020, you know, the number, they were, you know, the big glasses that said 2020. And We were at, New Year's Eve celebrating how 2020 gonna be different. Then 2020 said, I'm here. Remember what you said you were gonna do? And so that's why I had to breathe in what you were just sharing, because you said no matter what, right? Regardless, and this is again, we're not downplaying the grief and loss that as a global community we've experienced, or the struggles and strife that we've experienced even as an African American community this year. But no matter what, and how timely it is that you are a part of a resource that in this year people needed,
So I had COVID. I had COVID before COVID had a name.
Wow.
In the midst of writing this book.
Wow, sis.
And I pushed through, and for me, my son, and my daughter, and I tell you, when I came out on the other side of COVID, I said I was going to die empty. And I was running to them, running through them. And I was going to amplify my voice because I have to die empty. I've spent so much time doing and living and, on a minor level, pouring into others. And I know that I was created for so much more, to do more on a scale. And I'm here for it. So
yeah. I don't know if you all caught it, but I definitely caught it that, a lot of us are comfortable playing it small for different reasons. Play it small. We play it small because, that's what I went to school for. So I'm gonna play it small. I'm gonna stay over here in the area because I went to school for that. Or we play it small because this is what the family does. This is what we typically do. This is what our culture says we do. Or hey, I'm gonna play it small because even in church, they say to play it small in different areas. But to know that you're a woman of God and you can hit on all those things. I'm a mom. You said I'm a mom. I've been sick, and I decided that no matter what, I'm going to leave this earth empty because the greater one has poured into you. The Holy Spirit is in you saying, listen, don't leave this earth without transforming someone's life. So if one of the things I mentioned earlier was about, we're coming up on the holiday season, and a lot of people are thinking about what Black Friday sales they're going to get. And, a company is having their Prime Day, I think, in a week or two. We're all thinking about what we're buying for the holiday season. If you could talk to the shopper who's trying to buy a gift for someone they know is playing it small, they know has so much more potential in them, and this book is going to help them, what would you say to them to get them to say, you know what, this is the gift that you want to buy for them for Christmas?
Hey, if you are ready for some transparent, real, raw, and relatable stories about women who have lived and failed, lived, succeeded, got back up again. If you're looking for inspiration, you want to get this book. I believe young girls can be blessed from this book, just to have insight on stories of women who have overcome, who have pushed towards victory and opened their mouth and wrote their story and are ready. I believe that anyone who picks up this book will be truly blessed from chapter to chapter. I mean, there's high points, there's low points. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you cry. But you will be transformed just by reading the stories of powerful women, the powerhouses that have poured into this book.
I don't know about you all, but I'm ready to go buy the book. You all should be as well, because a lot of times when we're scrolling through our Instagram feeds or our Twitter feeds, whatever social media now, and even TikTok, it seems like everybody's happy. It seems like the selfie has just the right amount of lighting, and look at the people from high school. They seem to have not gained any weight. It's really easy to look good on social media, okay? But in the reality, who are they behind the scenes? And so the question you want to ask yourself is, who are you behind the scenes? You know, everyone's talking about the quarantine 15 and the pandemic pounds. Have we put on a lot of physical weight? Has this year put on emotional weight that you're ready to shed?
Ooh.
Has this year put you in a space where you're saying, I'm uncomfortable in this space, being this human body with these thought processes, and I'm not getting where I want? I don't know if you heard her say, she said, to push through that
Yeah.
is what this book is going to help you to do. Are you ready to shed that? I'm ready for you. I'm ready to be one of your accountability partners in shedding that emotional weight. Because guess what? That's usually what packs on the pounds right around the center.
Yeah.
We want to be comfortable in this temple. And it includes our minds, it includes our hearts. And sometimes hearing the stories of others helps us to push past it. What are some of the ways that people can get connected with you? I know they can get connected with you through the book, and we'll talk a bit about that. But if I'm somebody who's in leadership who wants your services, or if I want to be in leadership and want to glean from you how to get to that space, how do people interact with you?
Yes, so you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lady Erin Love. That's Lady Erin Love, LadyErinLove. And also my website is ladyerinlove.com.
Okay, I was typing that in, and of course it separated it out. But it's ladyerinlove.com. And I'm also just going to put ladyerin.love or Lady Erin.
Lady Erin Love on all social
Lady Erin Love.
Yes.
You know,
just Google
autocorrect wants to tell me I don't know how to spell. On all social media sites.
Yes, all social media platforms, Lady Erin Love. And I'm Googleable as well. So.
Awesome. So outside of the book, how else can someone, like, what type of services and resources do you provide on those different websites?
Yes, so I offer consulting solutions for business owners that are looking to modernize their company, looking to go to the next level and put systems in place. I'm all about helping leaders live their life, live a fulfilled life. A lot of leaders are stretched and stressed, and I'm a master of delegating. I like to help leaders build a dynamic team and delegate. If we can equip and empower and trust our people to do their part, as leaders, our lives will be a whole lot better, you know. So I like having those conversations and helping leaders to make that transition and go from, being and doing all and actually being a full-time CEO by consulting and coaching solutions to help people in those areas.
Absolutely. So a couple things you said. First, if you are a leader and you want consulting, get the book first, because we got to do some internal work. Because sometimes the issue is, like, that word delegate can be like a 4-letter word for a leader. Because this is my baby. What do you mean that you want me to give somebody else my baby? That could be a scary thing, especially if you are just starting a company or you've had the company for several years and you know how you want it done. So you want to get rid of those mindset hurdles and frameworks that say it's not okay to delegate. It's not okay to empower others to get the work done so you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. So you want to, one, get the book. Once you do the work of the book, come on over and get the consulting services to learn how to delegate, to learn how to scale your business in such a way that when you die, you can die empty as well. Or when it's time for you to transition into the next phase of your career, the next phase of your life, you're able to transition with fulfillment, like she said. And so that's a whole other class. It's like, oh my goodness, when you said that, I was like, yes, but you don't delegate, and people don't know how to do that in leadership. It's like, I'm not quite sure about that. Can I trust someone with my vision, with my dream?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yes. It's vital. It's vital to your success.
Yeah.
Every leader to know it's vital to your success that you trust others equip others and empower others to do their part, because everyone brings something to the table. And if we don't allow people a source to plug into and operate in their level of genius and greatness, then there's a shortage, and we'll all be stressed. We'll all be, because we'll be doing too much of everything. So
Absolutely. This goes back to what you were saying. That's why I had to write it down. Every role has value. So even as a leader, you have to understand that too, that
yeah,
there's people who are working with you who have ingenious ideas that can help your life be a little bit less stressful, but you've got to tap into it. I
yeah.
want to tell you that over here we're getting so many hearts, so much love. You're getting so much love on this, and I had to bring that to your attention. So, I got excited when you were talking about how you help leaders, and you said you have to trust. And so here's a trust exercise for you. Are you guys ready? Here's your homework assignment. It's going to help you to learn trust. You want to buy the book for yourself. Go ahead and get that pre-order. Then buy the book for somebody else and
Yeah.
create a trust space. What do I mean by that? You know, everybody's doing virtual meetings on different platforms. Why not do something where you could create a space where everyone can trust that everyone around you is going to hold them accountable for these goals that you want to shed? You know how they say, get a partner if you want to lose weight. Get a partner if you want to lose some emotional weight. So buy the book for yourself and buy the book for someone else, and schedule a weekly call. Just say, okay, Tuesday night for 30 minutes, we're going to get on here and talk about what y'all learned this week. But let's just talk about how we can encourage each other. Send text messages to encourage each other around what you're learning in this book. Because the thing is, like you said, you had a story, and if you weren't able to push past it and get connected, you wouldn't have had the space now to be the transformation that you're going to be for everybody. So she's doing it for the C-suite, but she's bringing it to you in the cubicle. So even if you are up in that, in that C-suite, you got the fancy title, the fancy office, or if you're like me and you're living in cubicle country, she's got the wisdom for you, and it's in this book. And you know what? I am Erin. Thank you so much, because I was exactly what I was about to say. She's saying the ebook is available on Amazon, and the pre-sale at www.ladyerinlove.com. So you got to see that down in the chat box, in the comment box. I most definitely pin that. You want to remember that. If you didn't catch that, the ebook is available on Amazon.com. Everybody has Amazon. You probably even have Prime, so go ahead and get that done. The paperback is at ladyerinlove.com. So we have no excuse. We're at home. We're using technology. Let's use technology to change our lives.
Yeah.
You said so many pearls of wisdom, but I really want to give you a space to share. If nothing else, if everyone got nothing else from our conversation this evening, what would you want them to get? Like, what are your parting thoughts?
Put God first, and make sure you take care of you. Everything else will come, everything else will happen. Put God first and take care of you. Whatever it is that you desire to do, invest in you. Support. It's just that simple. It's easily said, but I understand that we all have responsibilities, and we all have family. But if we are no good, then we can't serve or help anyone else. So we must take care of ourselves first.
Absolutely. It's happened again. Well, that parting thought makes me want to talk some more. Because it's so very important, and I like that you said that, because we can have mom guilt, or we can feel like, because we're in a society that says it's grind culture, grind and get it done. If you're sleeping, you're not making money. If you're taking care of yourself, it's getting in the way of you being successful. And how beautiful it is that you see it. Put God first.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself, and everything else is going to work itself out, right? We have to know what it means to take care of yourself. And one is to take care of your emotional health. And that's why I say buy the book. The other thing is, with our tools and everything, Erin and I were talking offline because we were having some technical difficulties before this. But the truth is, this conversation wouldn't have happened if Erin and I didn't show up. So we have to take care of ourselves. Technology is going to keep on moving whether or not you're moving or not. You have to take care of yourself. Your cell phone needs to be charged. Your refrigerator needs some power sources. And they tell you your refrigerator will scream at you if you don't close the door in enough time. It's telling you it needs to conserve its power.
Yeah.
Your cell phone tells you you need to charge your phone. You about to say something, Erin? Come on.
Hey,
Yeah,
conserve
yeah. So why
power.
not listen to your body? You know, listen to your body. It's going to send you some signs. And if you needed another sign, it's right there in front of you, Erin's face. Here's your sign. Here's the sign. Here's the permission that you need to take care of yourself. Erin just said it. She gave us permission, y'all, to take care of ourselves, to create spaces, to care for ourselves. And by way of doing that, we can take care of the things of the Lord, which would be everything else when we take care of this vessel to get those things done. You take your car to a mechanic, right? So take your cares to God, and He's already put a coach in front of you to address them, right? Erin, this has been such a beautiful time. I'm so grateful that technology worked with us.
Yes.
And I know that this would not be the last conversation that we have. Oh, yeah, okay. I do have one last question. So, one of the things that Swagger Magazine does is that we bring these interviews. And I was curious, what's been your interaction with Swagger? What's been like the highlight of your interaction with the magazine?
You know, you guys are always present.
Mm.
You guys are always present and informative. And I want to say on a holistic level, because there is a bit of something for everyone. Every time I tap into social media on either Facebook, well, mainly Facebook, I see Swagger, and there's information. I'm like, oh, it was such and such birthday today. Okay, cool. Or that event is happening in Atlanta, and you guys are all over. So you guys are always present, and you're always dropping information to keep us informed. So I appreciate that.
And I appreciate that. We see I'm smiling video because you said holistic, and that made my ears perk up. Absolutely. So if
Yeah.
you're an entrepreneur and you're excited about your purpose, or if you're wondering, should I be an entrepreneur? Buy the book so you can figure out what your superpower is, so you know how you're going to create a transformation in someone else's life. And then once you create that business, come on back to Swagger Magazine, because we have these informative conversations to let people know how you are ready to change their lives, how you're ready to enhance how they interact in the world. Erin, it's been a pleasure. Go ahead and love on your babies. I'm about to go love on mine. I can't wait to see the book and interact with it because I got my pens and my highlighters ready.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this time that we've shared together today. Yes.
You're most welcome. It's such a wonderful way to end the evening. I want you to have a wonderful evening, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
Indeed. Take care.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye.